So a lot of people ask me, did you build your current physique using volume and then now use a high intensity training, one set to failure approach to maintain it? The answer is no. Believe it or not, I actually was at a huge plateau at about 190 to 192 pounds doing the traditional volume approach, and it wasn't until I jacked up the intensity, reduced the number of exercises, reduced the number of sets, and trained a little more infrequently that I started to put on mass. Right now I sit at about 211, 212 on an empty stomach in the morning at about 5 feet 11 inches. And in the past, all I was able to get to was about 192 tops. So the reason a lot of people, this doesn't make sense to a lot of people, is because they don't understand what volume actually is. Volume is not sets and reps and exercises. Volume is the accumulated amount of time under tension or time under load, and more specifically, meaningful high effort time under load over time. It is not the amount of sets, it's not the amount of reps. As you can imagine, you can watch two people in the gym perform 3 sets of 10, they're gonna perform it very differently. One individual might push themselves very, very hard during the entirety of the 3 sets of 10, while another individual may simply just move the weight up and down with very little effort involved. You can imagine those two volumes are not going to have the same effect on the body. The individual with the lower effort, lower intensity of effort, is going to produce a far more insignificant stimulus than the one pushing himself very hard. Also, when you consider volume, time under load, or meaningful time under load, consider the average individual, 3 sets of 10, lifts at about a 1 second cadence per repetition. So it takes them about, lifting like this, 10 seconds to complete a set. Multiply that by 3 sets, they've really only done about 30 seconds to 40 seconds of time under load. Meanwhile, the 1 set to failure approach that I use, my sets last about 60 to 90 seconds with that 1 set. I'm doing about 2 to 3 times more volume in 1 set to failure as the average individual is in 3 sets of 10. So that's where the confusion comes in. So did I use the traditional volume approach to build my current physique? No. It wasn't until I switched to high intensity effort, fewer sets, fewer exercises, and less workout frequency that I started to finally build mass. If you would like more individual coaching on how to implement this methodology or these training principles into your workout, email me at biofitny@gmail.com. It's going to be in the description below. Also join my Patreon, patreon.com/jvincent, so you too can learn the proper principles behind exercise physiology and obtain the optimal physique that you can obtain in as minimal time possible.